Summertime is fast approaching, and as with any change of season, that means that a lot of trends are starting to grow. Today's video is just what it sounds like. I'm going to be talking about buy this, not that. If you're looking for alternatives to popular trends, if you want to wear something chic and unique, but maybe not that mainstream. And just to disclaim, this is just my personal opinion, so if you're wearing any of these trends, don't take offense. It's just a matter of personal opinion and to have fun with. So without further ado, let's dive in. But before we dive in, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Louise and I talk about how to engage with fashion in more conscious and sustainable ways. Just to disclaim, I do have a cold, so bear with me and my voice during this video, guys. Thank you. So the first trend that I want to talk about are micro shorts. I'm sure that you've seen them. There are these teeny tiny shorts that basically give off this model off-duty look. They look really cute, but honestly, in my case, not at all practical. It would be something to wear around the house, not something that I would wear out on the street. So instead, I would go for tailored shorts or a pair of boyfriend shorts, a little bit longer on the leg, maybe a little bit more of a structured fabric, maybe even a pleat. You still get that sort of effortless summer vibe as you get with the micro shorts, but these are much more elevated and wearable, and they also go with a lot of items in your closet, from tanks to oversized shirts. The next item that I'm going to be talking about are waistcoat tops. I know that waistcoat tops are cute and arguably they look very classy and chic, but they're just everywhere right now, and for me they can feel a little bit like try hard. So what I prefer instead is to wear a sleeveless boat neck top or a sleeveless turtleneck top. You can choose one that's a little bit more structured, that has a little bit more weight to the fabric so that it's equally as dressed up as the waistcoat top. In fact, there are a lot of cute linen alternatives that I think are very nice for the summer. It just feels put together but with a little bit more of a timeless feel, and I would match any of these tops with jeans, skirts, or tailored shorts. The next item that I want to talk about are these drop waist dresses, sort of similar to the waistcoat trend. I feel like these have just blown up. I was actually looking for a dress to wear at a christening that I'm going to in the coming week, and literally all of the dresses that I could find, that I wanted it to be quite modest because obviously it's in a church, but all of the dresses that I could find had a drop waist. For me, it's a hard silhouette to pull off, not necessarily that I don't look good in it, I just don't feel like it does my body type any justice because it often cuts your body in a strange spot. Don't get me wrong, it can look really fun and cute on a lot of people, it's just not for me. So instead, I'm going to be swapping these drop waist dresses for, I'm not sure what the proper word is, but ballerina dresses where the bodice is fitted and then the skirt starts from the waist down. It's just as feminine, but it's just much more flattering for my body types, and I think for a lot of other body types as well. It gives you that romantic feminine summer look without being too harsh on your proportions, and it's also a very, very timeless dress silhouette. The next one are Milky Way dresses that I'm going to be swapping for halter neck dresses. I've probably talked about Milky Way dresses before, but to me there's just a lot going on. You have the square neck, you have the puff sleeves, you have the smocking, you have the gingham print. It's just all over the place. For me personally, I feel like a Disney character, so I'm going to be swapping them with a simple linen halter neck dress instead, because if what you're looking for is, again, a sort of feminine, romantic summer dress, I think that a halter neck dress does it just as well. It also shows some cleavage without like being too on the nose. It's much more minimal. And I think for those of you who aren't very into puff sleeves, I think that halter neck dresses are just a better alternative for showing off your shoulders and giving your arms much more exposure. So that is one swap that I'm going to be doing this summer. Well, it's not a swap really because I have never worn a Milky Way dress, but you get the point. Capri Pants are back and they're a little bit controversial. I know that some people love them and some people hate them. I am very aware of my calves and I don't think that they look good in dresses or trousers that stop right on the calf. So I'm not personally going to be buying into the capri trend because of this reason. Instead, I'm going to be wearing full length flowy trousers in materials like linen that are much more breathable and flowy for the summertime. I also prefer the more bohemian vibe that flowy trousers give you rather than the more like retro housewife vibe that Capri's does. I just think that flowy trousers are timeless and much more flattering for my body type. Then we have these satin slip midi skirts, and for the same reason that I won't be wearing capris, I also won't be wearing these skirts because they also cut off at the calf. These skirts have been around for years, but for me, they've kind of hit their peak. I don't really think that it's the best skirt ever. I know that it goes with a lot of items and that's why a lot of people also wear them, but I just think that there are lots of cuter skirt alternatives out there. So I'm going to be swapping this midi skirt with mini skirts. I do love a satin mini skirt. I think that that's really playful and fun, especially for a date night or just having dinner on vacation. It's perfect for a summer night out and you can style it with a fitted tank top or even just wear like an oversized shirt on top. I think either way looks really good. Then we have bowling bags, and I know that bowling bags are having a moment right now, and I don't really have anything against them necessarily. I think it's just the same reaction to the waistcoat tops that you see them on everyone and their mother, and I think that if you want to opt for an alternative that is just as practical and cool, but you don't want to look too mainstream, then a bucket bag would be a great choice. A bucket bag is basically just as structured. It's a little bit more versatile, I would say. You can have it in a woven, leather, or even like a canvas material. There are designer alternatives, there are budget alternatives. I'm, as you probably know, a sucker for designer handbags, so I think that the Chanel bucket bag looks really cute, but also this one from Louis Vuitton I think is a very nice bag. This next one might be a little bit of a controversial take, but I just don't think that the Hermes look-alike sandals that are everywhere are that cute. There are so many dupes available, and it's not that the style isn't nice, it's just that I think that there are so many more interesting sandals to choose from. So if you want to stand out, literally go for any other type of sandal that doesn't resemble an Hermes classic slide. You can go for like a minimalist slide, you can wear fisherman sandals, even like a mule I think is really nice. It just makes your whole outfit feel a little bit more curated instead of just copy paste. Last but not least, we have these seersucker or frill bikinis. that I am going to swap for bikinis with ring details. Again, I do think that seersucker bikinis are cute and they look good. It's just a little bit too cottagecore for me. I am feminine in my style, I would say, but I'm not that romantic or bohemian or like countryside-esque. So it just becomes a little bit too much for me. But if you want to have a bikini that has the same level of detail, I've been seeing a lot of bikinis with these ring details, whether it's on the hip, the shoulder, or the center front. It's a little bit resembling the bikini styles that I remember my big sister used to wear back in 2000s, but I think that the style is a little bit more modern and it gives you the right amount of detail without too much femininity, if that makes sense. So that is a bikini I'm going to be looking for this summer. As always, I believe that fashion trends should be fun, but at the end of the day, it really just comes down to your personal style and what suits you, your lifestyle, your body type, and your preference. So please don't take my word is the truth. It's just a matter of opinion. But I would love it if you would let me know in the comments what you think. Maybe if you are already wearing some of these trends, or if there are any other trends that I didn't mention in this video that you're already over and that you're going to be swapping out for something else. Let me know in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and maybe share this video with a friend. I make new videos every Sunday, so I wish you the best week ahead, and I will see you again next time. Bye!